it changed into surely a heightened sort of romantic beginning, and that is each girl's fantasy, to be worshipped like that, and we worship every other. How am I no longer married? How is that? I'm too hot. It truly is proper. I'm too warm. That's what it's for. You realize why I restrict myself? How is it that there isn't a person strong enough to be your guy? How is it? H. I do not know. I suggest sincerely. I even scratch my head and pass. Kid Rock has never been one to shy away from controversy. However, now three of the most influential ladies in his existence, Sheryl Crow, Pamela Anderson, and longtime fiancée Audrey, are eventually speak me out. And what they are revealing, it's not anything short of stunning, from explosive breakups to behind-the-curtain drama. Those girls raised the curtain on an aspect of Kid Rock the arena has by no means visible. What came about in those relationships, and why are they breaking their silence now? Permits dive into the revelations shaking up the rock stars global, the untold tale of Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow, track rumors and truth. Kid Rock could be joined through unique guest, Sheryl Crow, in Cincinnati for the whole night. The two pals speak their dating while two powerhouse names in song come collectively. There's usually a tale to tell. That become exactly the case. Whilst Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow joined forces in 2002 for his or her now iconic duet, Photo, what commenced as an sudden collaboration quickly became a timeless hit, tugging at heartstrings and leaving an ever-simple mark on the song industry. However, beyond the melody and lyrics, what changed into going on at the back of the scenes changed into their extra than simply track. Between those two artists, Photograph is not just some other music, it's the sort of music that stops you to your tracks. The uncooked emotion, the haunting melody, the unfiltered pain of love, the entirety approximately. It resonates deeply with listeners. At its core, it's a heartbreak anthem, one which feels so actual you'll think it become, ripped straight from the pages of a sad love story. Kid Rock, famous for his gritty mixture of rock and rap, teamed up with Sheryl Crow, whose soulful voice and poetic storytelling have made her a staple in the enterprise. Collectively, they created something that neither had ever done before, a song that stripped manner genre limitations and laid naked the rawness of affection and loss. However, what Maximum Humans do not know is that the model all of us apprehend and love hardly ever made it to the airwaves because of licensing troubles with Crow's file label. An exchange version presenting singer Allison Moore changed into Dispatch to radio stations, but fate had other plans. Fanatics overwhelmingly embrace the model with Crow, which in the long run have become the defining rendition that solidified its region in music records, whilst the music itself became mythical. What simply fueled hypothesis turned into the simple chemistry between Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow. All through the recording method, their voices intertwined, effects and the emotion of their delivery felt so actual and private that enthusiasts couldn't help but wonder, become there something deeper between them? How should they sing with such uncooked passion if they weren't truly residing the ache have been expressing as quickly as Picture became a smash hit? The media went into a frenzy. Tabloids were flooded with rumors that Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow had been more than simply musical collaborators. The contrast between them made the idea even more intriguing. Kid Rock, the hard-partying, no-clear-out rock star, and Sheryl Crow, the swish, introspective singer-songwriter. It turned into a classic case of opposites attract, and the public couldn't get sufficient of it. Paparazzi followed their each move, hoping to capture evidence of a romance, and gossip columns churned out infinite theories. Have been they secretly relationship changed into photo, a mirrored image in their personal love story? The hypothesis reached a fever pitch, with some fans satisfied that their onstage and in-studio connection needed to be rooted in something real. However, here's the fact: they were never romantically worried. Both Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow addressed the rumors head-on, laughing them off and making it clear that their dating becomes strictly professional. Crow even joked in an interview, "I assume human beings simply can't imagine us sitting in a room writing tune together without wondering something else goes on." Kid Rock's song Picture is quite trustworthy. About heartbreak, but it came with a variety of drama. Kid Rock by no means wanted to turn away from blunt honesty. Also set the record. Instantly, he expressed his deep admiration for Crow, but made it clear that their bond became built on mutual admire, no longer romance. So in the event that they weren't truly in love, how did they manage to pour so much emotion into Photo the Solution Lies. In their artistry, both musicians are masters at channeling real lifestyles experiences into their track. They didn't should be in according to convey photograph to existence. They genuinely knew how to tell a story that felt heartbreakingly real. Sheryl Crow later contemplated on their collaboration, calling Kid Rock a talented and fearless artist, she fashionable. His willingness to step outside his comfort region simply as he preferred her determination to authenticity. Their connection wasn't about romance, it was approximately tune appreciate and a shared expertise of what makes a music truly resonate, regardless of their variations in musical styles. Crow has in no way had whatever, however, praise for Kid Rock's artistry. She's spoken relatively of his capacity to appear seamlessly mixture genres, his relentless work ethic, and his fearless technique to tune in various interviews. She's cited him as a real artist and has brazenly expressed how tons she loved operating with him. Crow has continually been about authenticity, and in Kid Rock she noticed a person who lived by way of the identical precept. Even though she leans extra towards folk and country, their appreciate for every other's work transcended genres. For his element, Kid Rock has additionally expressed admiration for Crow, now not only for her music, but for the way she contains herself. He has described her as a great female who brings a feel of peace and calm, something he admits is uncommon in his otherwise chaotic global. That's a stark assessment to lots of Kid Rocks beyond relationships, which often played out under the unforgiving glare of the public eye. His romances were whatever. However, low-key, often making in which trends come and go, she has remained both relevant and revered. Many artists war to reinvent themselves, but Sheryl has done so effortlessly, all at the same time as retaining the coronary heart and soul that define her sound. Her journey has no longer been without hardships. In 2006, she faced a lifestyles-changing war with breast-most cancers. I were given breast-most cancers on the end of one relationship rather than letting it overshadow her career. She turned her conflict into electricity. Becoming an endorse for early detection and women's health, her openness about her revel-in inspired many, proving she turned into as sturdy in her personal lifestyles as she turned into on stage. But her activism didn't forestall there. Sheryl has been a passionate supporter of environmental reasons, disaster alleviation efforts, and education programs the use of her have an effect on for meaningful change. Whether performing for sold-out crowds or penning heartfelt lyrics, in her Nashville domestic, Sheryl Crow remains a effective force inside the song International. She has confronted demanding situations, vented herself, and persevered to inspire. However, how does another iconic blonde, Pamela Anderson, transform from a Hollywood bombshell to a fearless advocate live tune to discover Pamela Anderson from Hollywood icon to fearless advocate for years? Pamela Anderson become nice, referred to as the sun-kissed lifeguard in Baywatch. So our first guest is an American image. She made the purple suit famous on Baywatch, her pink swimsuit turning into a symbol of 90s pop culture. However, at the back of that glamorous picture turned into a woman with some distance, greater depth, and determination than the arena gave her credit score for. Whilst fame brought her global reputation, it by no means described her during the last many years. Pamela has shattered expectations, stepping far away from Hollywood spotlight to grow to be one of the most passionate activists of her time. Her transformation wasn't just unexpected, it was radical. Rather than staying within the comfort of celebrity status, Pamela used her platform to champion reasons near her heart. Animal rights became her mission, and she or he worked along groups like PETA to combat torts, fur farming, factory farming, and cruelty to animals. She didn't simply help those reasons from the sidelines. She took movement, writing letters to world leaders, talking out in opposition to injustice, and dedicating herself completely to making a difference. But activism wasn't her most effective evolution. Pamela additionally determined her voice as a writer, peeling back the layers of her existence. In her memoir, Love Pamela, in it she gives an unfiltered have a look at her reviews, sharing the struggles, heartbreaks, and triumphs that fashioned her the ebook Well Known. She was a former Hollywood famous person, but a survivor resilient, complex, and deeply introspective. That is her new memoir. It is known as Love Pamela, and her Netflix documentary is called Pamela, A Love Story. Please welcome Pamela Anderson. Regardless of enduring public scrutiny and private challenges, Pamela has continuously redefined herself, proving that reinvention is feasible at any level in life. She has transformed from a pop culture icon right into a fearless advocate, proving that actual beauty isn't just about appearance, it is about courage, conviction, and the willingness to stand for something more than oneself, however. Whilst Pamela's tale is properly documented, one woman tied to Kid Rock has remained an enigma. Audrey Berry, who's the female behind the curtain, and why has she chosen to live out of the spotlight? Stay tuned to discover the mystery. Audrey Berry, the non-public female in the back of the spotlight, not like the high-profile ladies Kid Rock has been connected to, such as Pamela Anderson. Sheryl Crow. Audrey Berry is a call that not often makes headlines in an age of generation wherein celebrity relationships are continuously on show. Her choice to stay in the heritage makes her an enigma. Who is this lady who captured the heart of one of rock's maximum outspoken and larger-than-life figures, but chooses to remain unseen? Audrey Berry first met Kid Rock inside the early 2000s, however. Not like his past whirlwind Rowan-esque, their relationship opened up, quietly, far from the cameras, and the relentless curiosity of the media, whilst the sector became fixated on his extra-publicized love affairs. Audrey and Kid Rock constructed something specific, something away from the chaos of Hollywood's flashing lighting. When the two had become engaged in 2017, there was no grand declaration, no mag cover, and no dramatic social media screen. Rather, the information surfed subtly, with Audrey spotted wearing a ring at certainly one of Kid Rock's occasions. This understated approach turned into a stark comparison to his preceding relationships. But for those who knew them, it made best experience Audrey's ability to avoid the highlight at the same time as being with a man as polarizing as Kid Rock speaks volumes about her man or woman. She has no hobby in chasing fame, nor does she seek validation from public attention as an alternative. She stays targeted on her non-public lifestyle's life, embodying a quiet power that complements Kid Rock's regularly brash and rebellious persona. Fanatics respect her for this very motive: her loyalty, her independence, and her refusal to be ate up by using the entertainment enterprise. Whilst the arena can also in no way realize a lot about Audrey Berry, her presence in Kid Rock's existence tells a story of stability and devotion. What to think about his divorce? Allow us to recognize your thoughts within the comment segment below, 2558. Don't take into account to love and subscribe.